Welcome to the Bazaar, where you can turn ordinary into extraordinary. Bazaar is a party game where 4 to 7 or more players create weird and wonderful word associations. In this gameplay example, we will set up a 5-player game. Shuffle and place the quality, item, and buyer cards into respective decks within reach of all players. Each player receives one bag and 2 matching Bazaar cards. One Bazaar card remains in front of each player throughout the game. The other Bazaar card will be used with the bag. The player who haggled most recently is the first buyer and flips one of their Bazaar cards to show its buyer side. All other players start as inventors. Each round begins with Thrift and is followed by invent, pitch, and sale. During the thrift phase, the buyer draws the top 2 buyer cards and creates their identity by combining one word from each card. This card combination is then placed visibly in front of the buyer for all inventors to see. In other words, the buyer is now a vegetarian vampire who needs a quality item from the inventors. Each inventor may now discard any cards from their hand to the central discard pile, but if this is the first round, you can skip this step. Next, each inventor draws quality and item cards to maintain a hand of 7 cards that contains at least 1 quality card and at least 1 item card. Once the buyer is known and all inventors have their cards, the round proceeds to the invent phase. During the invent phase, each inventor secretly creates 1 quality item, or QI, to sell to the buyer. A quality item is a pairing of 1 quality card and 1 item card from one's hand. Each inventor inserts their quality item into their bag and places their bag in front of themselves, with one of their Bazaar cards symbol side up on top of the bag. Once all bags are filled with quality items and topped with Bazaar cards, all inventors close their eyes. The buyer redistributes the bags to inventors one at a time, each bag with a quality item inside and a Bazaar card on top. During redistribution, ensure the following. The Bazaar card on top of a bag does not match the Bazaar card in front of an inventor. This ensures that no inventor receives the bag that they started with. Next, after a bag is moved to a new inventor, flip over the bag so that its Bazaar card is hidden and remains underneath the bag. After all bags have been redistributed, the round proceeds to the pitch phase. During the pitch phase, all inventors open their eyes. Beginning on the buyer's left and proceeding clockwise, each inventor in turn looks at the quality item in their bag and then performs a pitch in 30 seconds or less, describing how this quality item is the best quality item for the buyer. In this example, a pitch could sound something like, "As a vegetarian vampire, you might find it difficult to get your daily dose of iron. Introducing the hypnotic burrito, a great way to have a quick bite on the go and keep your enemies in a trance. Blood is bland, try beans." During these pitches, do not flip over any Bazaar cards. Also, an inventor can only look at the quality item in their bag when it is their turn to pitch. And after a pitch is completed, the pitched quality item is positioned visibly in front of the inventor who pitched it. After all pitches have been made, the round proceeds to the sale phase. During the sale phase, the buyer chooses 1 quality item, and the players who invented and pitched this winning quality item each receive 1 of its cards, which are placed face up beside each player as victory cards. All Bazaar cards are then flipped to their symbol side and returned to their respective inventors. Quality items not chosen and this round's 2 buyer cards are all placed in the central discard pile. The buyer then flips a Bazaar card of the player to their left to show that card's buyer side. Now that the next round's buyer has been chosen, a new round begins with the Thrift phase. The game is over once each player has been the buyer twice. The player with the most victory cards wins. Players who are tied for most victory cards can win together. And that's how you play Bazaar Bazaar. On behalf of Real Nido Games, we hope you enjoy. Be sure to check out realnidogames.com for more information about our upcoming games, or just to get in touch with any questions or comments you might have. We'd love to hear from you.